Lord of the Rings, that is what we're talking about today. More specifically, these three little numbers, man. Oh my gosh, these are the best things ever. And since this is the first episode of all my collection stuff, I thought I would just explain quickly what it's all about. I want to go through everything on this shelf. That includes stuff that you can't see right now, like video games, by the way, and talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. But today, we're starting with the amazing. And I'll only show you one, like, properly, because to be honest, they're all, like, pretty much the same, except for differing art and differing colors. But the core stays the same, dude. These things are like a soft, French, round, plump ass. Okay, that's the classiest way I can put it, quite honestly. Like, these things are amazing. The craftsmanship that goes into them. Like, you think this is some cheap ass shit. I hold on to this, man. At least the outer case, right? And it literally feels like a fucking. It feels like a hard case book, like a hardcover book on the outside. It's just the best, man. Like, the packaging alone is just mind blowing. And the reason I chose the Two Towers one, number one, I don't have a favorite Lord of the Rings film when it comes to the extended editions. I love them equally, honestly. I can never pick a favorite, they're all so good. But I chose the Two Towers one because the packaging has more of like a Rohan theme. And if you ever play against me for more than 2 seconds on Battle for Middle-earth, you will realize how much of a fan of Rohan I am when I come in like this, charging your ass, okay? So, like, it's all red and, like, look, the inside, it just makes me want to coom.
I'm cooming.
See this little booklet here? You think that this is cheap, plasticky? No. Oh, this is paper. This is actual paper. Or they cured it in such a way that it feels like actual paper. Oh my gosh, and it literally has this like little map thing inside of it, which, you know, it takes you across all the special features, or like the movie itself. It's so good, so brilliant, so brilliant. And there's 4 discs. You might wonder, why 4 discs? Whoa, that's quite a lot. Now, the first thing I have to say about that is, yes, this is the DVD copies. You can get the Blu-ray copies of the extended, but they look nowhere near as good. I sought down these copies like, dude, I was like Columbus or some shit, you know, looking for the shit, like on secondhand stores and everything, dude. Because I live in South Africa, so number one, it's not easy to get these. Number two, these aren't really getting made anymore. These were very special edition pieces of shit, man. Actually, I'm sorry, I shouldn't call you a piece of shit. You're more than a piece of shit. These things do not deserve to be called that. But these are rare now, you know? I mean, they weren't rare at the time, but these are DVD versions. The Blu-ray versions kind of suck, I won't lie. The first movie has a weird green tint on it, which is just like, nah, for me. They also had to go over everything, redo the CGI, which actually makes it look worse, believe it or not. And the DVD version's quality actually holds up pretty well. You'd be surprised. As a massive Blu-ray zealot, where sometimes some movies, Blu-ray just completely makes the experience that much better, these DVDs really hold up. But anyway, why is there 4 discs, you might ask? Well, there's 2 for the movies because they're so fucking long, honestly.
That's what she said.
You literally have the first half of the movie and the second half of the movie on one disc because they were DVDs and they couldn't really hold more at the time. Now that's another reason why the Blu-ray versions suck, because they keep that 1-2 disc format when a Blu-ray disc could easily hold all of the information on it. Like, why did they? That was stupid, man. And also the packaging was so much worse on those newer ones. Like, it's nowhere near that bookcase thing. The art is not there. Like, even when you take off like one of the discs, there's art behind it. It's so cool, man. It's so cool, right? And okay, what are the other 2 discs for, you might ask? What they call the appendices. And the appendices, I love watching behind the scenes shit. I love it. The longer the better. the more in-depth, the better. And here's the thing about the appendices. They are, to date, unapologetically, the most long behind-the-scenes things you've ever watched. Oh my gosh. I mean, there's about like 6 hours of behind the scenes, maybe more actually now that I think about it. I can't even remember, but there's like about 6 hours of behind the scenes per movie. At the very least. I think it's more like 14 hours, but I don't have the numbers. I just remember it being a long ass time, and it is the most in-depth one I've ever watched. Like, it gives you such an insight into the movie industry and just all the little hands that go into it. Not like the stuntmen. I mean, of course they talk about the stuntmen, but they go so far down as to just the person who's bringing coffee for Peter Jackson. I mean, what other behind the scenes has done that? Yeah, oh, it's just wonderful. It's so yeah, dude. But so, keeping it short and sweet. That concludes this first episode of my collection. And that was The Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the motherfucking Rings. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Remember, Discord link down below, Twitch link down below, Twitter link, as if anybody cares about Twitter though, link down below.